Hey, it's the last part of December, my favorite time of year because Christmas has just passed and everybody's getting together in love, peace, and unity. You know, caring and sharing, friendly stuff. We don't have any fights, we don't have any problems. Hey, cut it out. I'm up here talking about love, peace, and unity and you guys are fighting. Shake hands. Cut it out, shake hands. Now, Louie and Mike, you know better. Now stand back here while I finish this intro. Like I was saying, love, peace, and unity abound. Everybody gives gifts and love and I know when to stop this. Mannequin challenge! That'll hold them for a little while. Now sit back and relax. It's time once again for the Florida Citrus Parade.
It's time for the Florida Citrus Parade, starring over 100,000 pieces of fresh Florida citrus. It's all part of a celebration of college football featuring the Russell Athletic Bowl and Buffalo Wild Wings Citrus Bowl. We'll have marching bands from around the world, including the University of Louisville Cardinal Marching Band and also the Golden Band from Tigerland. Today's parade is brought to you by Florida Citrus Sports, one of Florida's oldest and most respected charities. Super Holiday Tours, your experienced student trip and travel experts. And by Visit Florida and the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association. And now, here are our hosts, Greg Warmoth and Jillian Young.
Hi everyone and Happy New Year. I'm Greg Warmoth.
And I'm Jillian Young, and we are excited to be with you today for the 36th edition of the Florida Citrus Parade, an event that was first held back in 1980 and is produced annually by Florida Citrus Sports.
As you can see, beautiful weather. We have you covered today. We have the floats, the bands, all of the festivities, but it's not just us. We also have the third member of our team. He is local resident and comedian Rod Z, and he is down on the streets of Orlando right now giving you another look at what's happening at the Florida Citrus Parade. Rod?
Yeah, guys, it's great to be back in my hometown of Orlando, and it's even better to be a part of this wonderful parade. You can bet we're going to have a good time out here in the trenches here with me and all my friends.
Well, when Rod is in the house, you know that fun is not going to be far away.
He always has a great time. The floats that you're seeing today are all made out of fruit. Fresh oranges, tangerines, and grapefruits, and all of the fruit is grown here in the Sunshine States.
And Greg, what better way to get this party started than to introduce the guy who is always up front, the Florida Citrus Parade's mascot, Squeeze. He is everyone's favorite navel orange, which means he's seedless, juicy, and sweet.
Kind of like me, right? Squeeze is the perfect mascot for the Florida Citrus Parade. He has a passion for nutrition, plus he loves football and everything involving Orlando Bowl Week. Squeeze!
Greg, it is time to strike up the band with the Salem High School Blue Devil Marching Band all the way from Salem, New Hampshire. This will be their second trip to the Florida Citrus Parade.
And what a great band they are. Through their history, this band was part of the inaugural parade for Ronald Reagan, as well as performances for Presidents Ford, Bush, and Clinton. The band is about 80 members strong. You'd never know just how loud and proud they are. It is under the direction of Marty Clausen. Let's now give a listen to the Blue Devil Marching Band. You know, Jillian, for almost 7 decades now, Florida Citrus Sports has put on events that has really helped to define Orlando. Our parade hosts are next up with their entry in this year's Holiday Classic. The theme of this float showcases the charitable arm of the organization, the Florida Citrus Sports Foundation.
For 7 decades now, Florida Citrus Sports has focused on the disadvantaged of Central Florida by concentrating efforts in the neighborhoods surrounding Camping World Stadium.
And Jillian, as part of that vision, FC Sports is partnering with the College Football Playoff Foundation to fund classroom projects for schools in the neighborhood. Fans can read more about this great cause and make their own donation by visiting donorschoose.org/Florida Citrus Sports.
This float is the first of 9 citrus floats in the parade, and I think now is the perfect time to go down on the street to our man, Rod Z, who has the behind-the-scenes scoop on how these floats are created. Rod?
Greg and Jillian, it is amazing all the hard work and dedication that these volunteers put into producing these floats. The actual decoration of the floats was all done by a dedicated group of volunteers, and it was all done over the past 3 days. Altogether, about 100,000 pieces of Florida-grown fruits and produce were used to adorn these rolling works of art. They are simply beautiful.
Building these floats is like creating large pieces of art, except for we use only Florida-grown citrus. We have several hundred volunteers that help build these floats. The volunteers feed the rubber band through the chicken wire, pull it out, insert the fruit. It's amazing to see the people's reaction in the parade of the work that we've created here.
It is a perfect day, as you can see, and when we come back, we'll have more floats, more bands, and we'll introduce you to this year's Grand Marshal. That and more, still ahead.
This year's Florida Citrus Parade is brought to you in part by the great taste and hospitality at Buffalo Wild Wings.
The great thing about visiting Florida is there's so much to do.
If you're looking for a fresh flavor, an exceptional experience and a splash of sunshine, but don't want to travel too far, stay and play in the best place to vacation in the world, Florida. To find out more about events and festivals in and around Florida, check out the Great Florida Events tab at frla.org.
Champions are not merely born, they're forged in the crucible that is flag football. With equal parts turf, pigskin, and heart. That's why Buffalo Wild Wings donates to boys and girls clubs across the country to not only help thousands of kids learn about teamwork on and off the field, but to help them fulfill their destiny. To shred defensive lines, terrorize the secondary, and emerge bonded as true champions.
Now, this is my favorite part of the parade, seeing all the young people. They get excited for the floats, they get excited for the bands, and they're probably excited because they're out of school, right? Yeah! No more school. No more school. No more school.
No more school. Rod seems to have a lot of friends out there. Welcome back to the Florida Citrus Parade, everyone. It looks like our Grand Marshal is heading our way, and he is a familiar face to football fans. Former Ohio State and NFL running back and Heisman Trophy winner Eddie George. George played 9 seasons in the NFL with the Oilers and the Titans and joins us today as a brand ambassador for Russell Athletic. Rod Z got to chat with the former Heisman winner a little earlier.
Eddie, you played in several games here. You played your last bowl game here as a senior at the Citrus Bowl. What memories come back?
Oh man, I remember it was raining horribly that day. That whole day was terrible. Wound up losing to Tennessee, but ironically enough, I met this young lady over here to my right, my wife, that same weekend. So it all turned out to be great.
Well, we thank you and your family for your time.
Yes, thank
Ladies
you.
and gentlemen, 1995 Heisman Trophy winner from The Ohio State University, Mr.
Right.
Eddie George. Back to you, Greg and Jillian.
As you can see, Eddie George, one heck of a nice guy and a great football player as well. He won the Heisman Trophy and then played just a few weeks later in the Citrus Bowl.
Wow, he was an incredible player. Greg, we also wanted to include a special tribute in today's parade to the life and legacy of Arnold Palmer. We, of course, were all saddened by his passing in September when the King, Arnold Palmer, passed away at age 87.
It's really hard to measure the amazing impact that Palmer had on our Orlando community, from his golf tournament at Bay Hill to the Arnold Palmer Hospital and the Winnie Palmer Hospital named after his wife, to his connection with all of Arnie's Army. He was the same down-to-earth type of guy, whether he was in front of his fans or in front of CEOs or even presidents. Arnold Palmer was certainly the king, both on and off the golf course.
We have more music coming our way now from the dairy country of upstate New York, the Attica Senior High School Marching Band. This is their 5th appearance in the Florida Citrus Parade. An interesting tradition for this group. For the past 25 years, they have performed in the Toronto Santa Claus Parade.
They have the Christmas spirit. Also worth noting is the fact that 90% of this band is made up of varsity and junior varsity athletes. They are under the direction of Amanda Hoffhines. Let's listen in.
It's another beautiful day here in Central Florida, but we know that a lot of our viewers around the country are dealing with freezing temperatures, so we thought we would provide a warm and sunny Florida vacation break from our friends at visitflorida.com.
Well, if that doesn't give you a warm and toasty feeling, then our next entry rolling down Roslyn Avenue will certainly do that for you. The Villages Twirlers and Drum Corps. The Villages, of course, Florida's friendliest hometown from nearby Marion County. This group is 100 members strong and has been together for 14 years.
Wow, these active seniors range in age from 60 to 75, and as you can tell, they love entertaining. This is their 7th year in the Florida Citrus Parade and are under the direction of Captain Ann Pell. We have lots of fun and plenty of excitement still ahead as this year's Florida Citrus Parade continues from Orlando.
Today's parade is sponsored by the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association and by Visit Florida.
Orlando City rituals start before you get to the stadium. You put on your lucky jersey, pack just the right tailgate food, and you head to the stadium with your friends. But don't forget that the quickest way to your goal is with SunPass. The SunPass statewide prepaid toll program always gets you the lowest rate. You can even manage your account on the iOS or Android app. Make SunPass your game day tradition and love driving again.
The NFL Pro Bowl is headed to Orlando, where the best meets the next. A week-long celebration culminates with the biggest group of NFL stars in one stadium. It's AFC versus NFC. Don't miss your chance to see the NFL's best compete live on January 29th, the 2017 Pro Bowl. Go to NFL.com/Pro Bowl on sale to get your tickets today.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Florida Citrus Parade. You probably know Buffalo Wild Wings restaurants for chicken wings spun in one of 21 signature sauces ranging from sweet barbecue to blazing. But Buffalo Wild Wings is also a great community partner, having teamed with Boys and Girls Clubs of America to allow kids to play on football and basketball teams as well as cheer squads.
Jillian, the Buffalo Wild Wings Team Up for Kids mission is to help more than 450,000 kids and teens play team sports by raising and donating more than $16 million by 2020. That's the goal. Buffalo Wild Wings believes there is a champion in every child. And in fact, some of these champions are with the float today, members of Orlando area Boys and Girls Clubs.
Greg, Buffalo Wild Wings has more than 1,200 restaurants worldwide, and they are once again excited to be the title sponsor of the 71st edition of a storied football rivalry here in Orlando. Now let's join Rod Z, standing by with Buffalo Wild Wings Vice President of North America Marketing, Bob Ruland.
Bob, why is sponsoring the Citrus Bowl a good fit for Buffalo Wild Wings?
Well, Rodney, it's a bowl that's been around for 70-some years. Buffalo Wild Wings been around 35 years. We feel it's a great marriage when it's about giving the fans a great game to watch at a Buffalo Wild Wings or in the stadium today.
Well, thank you for that. And Greg and Jillian, I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings to watch the game.
Well, thanks, Rod. Buffalo Wild Wings and football, what a great combination.
Speaking of great combinations, how about the Buffalo Wild Wings Citrus Bowl? We feature from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals, and from the SEC, the powerhouse, the LSU Tigers. It is a great matchup for fans here and around the country.
Representing the Cardinals in today's parade is Pete Nocta. Pete played tight end for Louisville from 2006 to 2010 and coached the Cardinals tight ends last season.
For more than 70 years, the Cardinal Marching Band has proudly represented the University of Louisville and now performs live for more than 500,000 spectators each year. Each member of the marching band, that is about 200 strong, not only gets college credit, but also a scholarship, Jillian.
That is amazing. The Cardinal Marching Band has proudly represented the Bluegrass State as the official band of the Kentucky Derby. Since 1936, they have played the state song, My Old Kentucky Home, prior to the Run for the Roses. The Cardinal Marching Band is directed by Amy Ackland, Jason Cumberledge, and Frederick Speck.
That is the Cardinal Marching Band from the University of Louisville. You know, we have about 50,000 folks here today, and I would imagine, safe bet, in Orlando, they are all Disney lovers.
Yes, and from the look of things, I think Rod Z is one of them.
I am a big Disney fan. How'd you guess? I have one question for you. Are you ready for an adventure? This princess has traveled all the way from the kingdom of Avalor, and she's brought the party with her. Hey! Elena must learn to rule as the crown princess after saving her magical kingdom from the evil sorcerers. From Disney Channel's hit animated series, please welcome Walt Disney World's newest visiting princess, Elena of Avalor.
All right, Rod, thank you. Everyone in Orlando really loves Disney. It is a really part of our fabric. We're not done just yet. From the Florida Citrus Parade, stay where you are. We continue with all of the fun and festivities from a very beautiful Orlando, Florida.
And we certainly want to send out our wish to all of our viewers for a very happy new year.
Special thank you to SunPass, one of today's Citrus Float sponsors. Purchase your SunPass today at sunpass.com.
How to discover your urban outdoors in downtown Orlando. Step 1. Grab something to eat. Of course, there are many options, so it may not be easy to decide what to order. Step 2. Go on a walk with your best friend. Downtown Orlando has something for creatures great and small. Step 3. Go on a romantic boat ride. Or a not so romantic one. However you do it, discover your urban in downtown Orlando.
I was going to catch Uber, but this is better. Thank you, Bahia Shriners. I appreciate the ride. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got to hurry and get to the parade side. I'm going to be late.
Welcome back to the Florida Citrus Parade. I'm Jillian Young.
And I'm Greg Warmoth, Chamber of Commerce weather here in Orlando, Florida for the Florida Citrus Parade. Perfect backdrop, and the parade continues. And our next float certainly celebrates this beautiful Orlando day. The visitflorida.com must be the Sunshine Float. This celebrates Florida's #1 industry, tourism, and Florida's trademark sunshine. The float also represents another iconic Florida image, oranges. You can still enjoy a free and fresh cup of Florida orange juice at any of Visit Florida's official welcome centers.
On visitflorida.com, visitors discover a diverse collection of stories, videos, and photos about travel in the Sunshine State. Created by Floridians who know all things Florida, including the state's 825 miles of the spectacular beaches, as well as the latest from the theme parks. In fact, you can digitally explore the state's beaches and attractions with visitflorida.com's online tools, the Florida Beach Finder and the Florida Attractions Finder.
And Jillian, you can follow Visit Florida on social media as well and see what people are sharing about their favorite Florida experiences with #LoveFL.
Well, Greg, as the Visit Florida folks just reminded us, Florida is the place for beaches, family fun, shopping, dining, and of course, luxury travel. So let's take a quick Florida vacation break with our friends at the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association.
keeping our party rolling, our friends from Bud Light. Check out this fine ride. The Bud Light Dune Buggy, also known as an ABV, or Apparel Bombardment Vehicle. 12 shirts per second, 60 miles per hour, 100% awesome.
That is a fun machine, Greg. Custom built from the ground up with a 12-shot T-shirt Gatling gun, custom sound system and lighting, and it's street legal in all 50 states. Bud Light, raise one to right now.
Well, if you've ever booked a trip, you know how difficult it can be. Imagine booking a trip with all of these folks, the bands, the cheerleaders, and everything else. Well, the representatives of our next float are behind those logistics.
Here comes our friends from Super Holiday Tours. Since 1980, Super Holiday Tours has been providing us with all these talented student musicians that participate in the Florida Citrus Parade. Super Holiday Tours ensures that all the travel arrangements are secured, allowing the bands to enjoy all that Central Florida has to offer with the attractions, weather, and of course, the marching in the Florida Citrus Parade.
Absolutely, Jillian. In fact, since 1975, Super Holiday Tours has been providing memorable travel experiences for student groups to a variety of exciting travel destinations, not just to Orlando, but throughout North America, Europe, and of course, this trip to Central Florida this week. This year, Ms. Amina Gilly is joining the parade. Now, Amina is the newly crowned Miss Lake Eola, and she is representing the Orlando area.
She's amazing. She is currently a pre-med student who will be competing in the Miss Florida USA pageant this coming July.
And we wish her well. For a variety of travel options and experiences from the fine folks at the Super Holiday Tours, check out their website at superholiday.com. Stay right where you are, folks. More of this fantastic day, a great parade, the Florida Citrus Parade, rolling right through the streets of Orlando.
Special thanks to the Florida Department of Citrus. Send them sunshine with a gift of Florida Citrus. There's amazing inside.
When it's cold and dreary up north, send them a little sunshine with a gift of Florida Citrus. Each variety is picked at its peak of ripeness and shipped fresh to your door. There are Florida Citrus gifts available to fit any budget. To see the gift fruit shippers in the state of Florida, you can go to pickfla.com. Many of the shippers participate in a coupon program for a free shipping special. There's amazing inside Florida Citrus gifts.
The NFL Pro Bowl is headed to Orlando, where the best meets the next. A week-long celebration culminates with the biggest group of NFL stars in one stadium. It's AFC versus NFC. Don't miss your chance to see the NFL's best compete live on January 29th, the 2017 Pro Bowl. Go to NFL.com/Pro Bowl on sale to get your tickets today.
We got more LSU Tiger fans. They're excited. Y'all ready for the game? Go Tigers! Hey, they start them out young in Baton Rouge, as you can see. And we are on vacation and too cool for school. Go Tigers! LSU!
I don't think I've ever seen Rod Z, either on or off camera, where he's not having a great time. He's lots of fun. Jillian, you said earlier that you grew up in Florida, so I have a trivia question that you should have no problem with.
Okay.
All right, today's floats, I mentioned it earlier, are made out of what type of citrus?
Okay, well, oranges obviously must be one of them. Grapefruit and tangerines?
You nailed it 100%. Good job.
Thank you, sir. And we have more music heading our way. The Hopkinsville High School Band of Tigers from Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Big news just a few months back for Hopkinsville as the Band of Tigers won their first ever Class 4A State Band Championship this past October.
That's impressive. The title holders. Now, Seth Peveler is the director of this outstanding group of musicians, which runs about 100 members strong. Let's listen in to the Hopkinsville Band of Tigers.
Heading our way now is the Sun Pass float, brought to you by Florida's Turnpike, which is part of the Florida Department of Transportation. Whether you're traveling to the white sands of the Gulf Coast beaches, the amusement parks in Orlando, or the nightlife in Miami, Sun Pass gets you there stress-free.
Jillian, the Sun Pass is a money saver and a time saver for anyone who has to travel around our state. And it's not just in Florida. Sun Pass is also accepted in Georgia and North Carolina, with more states coming online soon.
I know what a time saver it is to have a Sun Pass transponder in my car. You don't have to worry about fumbling for change at the toll plazas or even stopping at the toll plazas at all, for that fact. You simply drive through and Sun Pass takes care of the rest.
It is also, as I mentioned, a money saver, Jillian. As a Sun Pass user, you will pay the lowest toll rates, so why not start saving time and money by simply using Sun Pass? You'll be glad you did. Purchase your Sun Pass today online at sunpass.com.
Greg, our next float has a special message, and that is send them sunshine. There's something amazing inside every specially packaged Florida citrus gift of fresh oranges, grapefruits, and tangerines. A Florida citrus gift is the perfect way to spread a little sunshine up north or send a healthy hello to a loved one anywhere in the country.
That's right, Jillian. Premium Florida citrus is hand-selected at the peak of ripeness by one of our Florida gift fruit shippers who make sure your gift arrives fresh from the tree to your door. Go to pickfla.com and send them sunshine today. Once again, the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association is delivering the treats with another beautiful float. The FRLA is Florida's premier hospitality industry trade association, and this fishy float represents the fact that Florida ranks among the top 12 U.S. states for fresh seafood production.
Yes, actually, Greg, did you know that Florida fishermen catch more than 84% of the nation's supply of grouper, pompano, mullet, stone crab, pink shrimp, spiny lobsters, and Spanish mackerel? And you can get them fresh at great restaurants here in Florida. The FRLA works in conjunction with Visit Florida, which is a public-private partnership that was established almost 20 years ago to be the official tourism marketing arm for the state of Florida. The vision, of course, is to establish Florida as the #1 travel destination in the world.
And check out these facts. This is really cool. Every 85 visitors that comes to the Sunshine State supports one Florida job. We are nowhere near being finished here at the Florida Citrus Parade. Stay where you are.
More bands are on the way, including this year's SEC representatives. The Florida Citrus Parade is coming right back.
Today's parade is sponsored by the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association and by Visit Florida.
Beware of the man eating honey barbecue wings. This is a dangerous man with nothing left to prove in life. Last week, he ate an entire order of blazing wings, and he didn't even cry once. It was crazy. So if you come back to the bar and see a man eating honey barbecue wings in your seat, remember, we warned you. Go get a new seat by the claw game. It's safer there.
All right, so when I say people come from near and far, I mean people come from near and far. We got people from all over. We got local people. You're from here, sir?
Orlando, yes.
So you look like it. You got that Orlando look, that Florida native look. But we also have some people that have come from up north. Where are you from, ma'am?
New Hampshire.
And what's the weather like in New Hampshire?
32 degrees and a foot of snow.
32 and a foot of snow. So I'm assuming that life is good for you right now. You glad to be here, right?
Yes.
Oh, and we're glad to have you. You guys look like you're getting your tan on. Been by the pool?
Yes, yeah.
Look, they're just like teenagers. They're having a good time. We're all having a good time, right? Yeah! Happy New Year, everybody!
Welcome back to the Florida Citrus Parade. I'm Jillian Young alongside Greg Warmoth. And Greg, the action just continues to keep coming.
Right behind us here, we have a very important person known as a VIP. Let's go right back to this action. Representing the LSU Tigers in today's parade is former LSU All-American running back Kevin Falk. Falk also played 13 seasons in the National Football League, all with the New England Patriots, and Rod Z caught up with this three-time Super Bowl champion.
If anybody has advice, this man has advice because he's got experience. You played in the NFL with the Patriots in some big games. You played for LSU. For these seniors, especially them, what advice would you give them playing in this bowl game this weekend?
Just stay with what you've been doing. Be consistent. Consistency is the key in life. You got to know how to respond to negativity, and the way to do that is be consistent with everything you do.
Good answer, good advice. You look like you can still play, man. You know, taking care of yourself.
I try to take care a little bit, you know, but that playing stuff is for the birds right now.
I know that's right. Kevin Falk, back to you, Greg and Jillian.
More LSU pride heading our way. The Golden Band from Tigerland, which has been a symbol for Louisiana and LSU ever since it was founded back in 1893. The Tiger Band members are pursuing a variety of disciplines on campus. In fact, 80% of band members have a major outside of music.
You talk about growing. When this band was first formed some 120 plus years ago, it had only 11 members. Now it's 325 members strong, and as you can hear, sounding better than ever. Let's listen in now to the Golden Band from Tigerland under the direction of Kelvin Jones and Dennis Linas. The director of bands is Damon Talley. us who live here in Orlando know that this, and feel this anyway, is a perfect place to live.
I know I do. I grew up here. There's plenty of warm, sunny weather and lots to do.
It's great.
Our next float is also sponsored by a group that wants to spread the message about our great city. The Orlando Downtown Development Board brings us our next entry in the parade. The float is represented by a city program called Paramore Kids Zone. The mission of Paramore Kids Zone is to level the playing field for Paramore's children, equipping them to become successful, healthy, well-educated adults. This year, they are celebrating their 10-year anniversary.
And Jillian, the mission of the Orlando Downtown Development Board is to strengthen the role of downtown Orlando as the economic, governmental, and cultural center of Central Florida. There is always something new to discover in downtown Orlando, from arts and culture to professional sporting events, world-class entertainment venues, award-winning restaurants, shopping, and nightlife is exceptional as well.
2017 will be another big year for Orlando as the City Beautiful will host the Pro Bowl, March Madness NCAA Tournament, and WrestleMania 33. Now is the time to discover your urban. To stay up to date on events and happenings on downtown Orlando, visit downtownorlando.com.
Time for a quick break, but the Florida Citrus Parade keeps rolling right along.
For 40 years, Super Holiday Tours has been providing unique and exciting travel experiences for students throughout North America and Europe. Maybe your band would like to be in next year's Florida Citrus Parade. To find out how, contact Super Holiday Tours at 1-800-327-2166 or online at superholiday.com.
Orlando City rituals start before you get to the stadium. You put on your lucky jersey, pack just the right tailgate food, and you head to the stadium with your friends. But don't forget that the quickest way to your goal is with SunPass. The SunPass statewide prepaid toll program always gets you the lowest rate. You can even manage your account on the iOS or Android app. Make SunPass your game day tradition and love driving again.
The NFL Pro Bowl is headed to Orlando, where the best meets the next. A week-long celebration culminates with the biggest group of NFL stars in one stadium. It's AFC versus NFC. Don't miss your chance to see the NFL's best compete live on January 29th, the 2017 Pro Bowl. Go to NFL.com/Pro Bowl on sale to get your tickets today.
Jillian, I'm having a blast today watching all these fantastic floats and awesome bands here at the Florida Citrus Parade in beautiful downtown Orlando.
And I'm right there with you, but what about all the trivia that you've learned today?
I've learned some trivia, asked some trivia, and I guess it's your turn to ask.
That's right. I've got a question for you. Who do you think will win the Buffalo Wild Wings Citrus Bowl, LSU or Louisville?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm sitting on a road, so I'll stay in the middle of the road on that one.
I guess I will have to agree. Let's get back to the parade and more great music. Heading our way is the Shawnee Heights High School Marching Thunderbirds, hailing all the way from Tecumseh, Kansas. They are 90 members strong and are under the direction of Neil Purvis, along with assistant directors Lyle Reynoso and Nicholas Carr.
In addition to appearing in today's parade. They will also perform at Universal Studios while here in Orlando. Decked out in black, red, white, and turquoise, these are the Marching Thunderbirds. The United States Tennis Association is building the new home for American tennis here in Orlando at Lake Nona. The $60 million facility, set to open in early 2017, will house 100 courts, making it the largest tennis center in the country.
Representing the USTA in our parade is Kathy Rinaldi. In 1981, Kathy was the youngest player to win a match at Wimbledon at 14 years and 91 days of age. Rod Z chatted with Kathy.
How will the USTA National Campus being here in Orlando impact American tennis?
Well, everyone at the USTA is extremely excited to be here, have the home of American tennis, part of the Orlando community, and it's going to help us further our mission on a national level. We're going to have a 100-court facility, state-of-the-art, open to the public, and really going to help our future American tennis champions succeed.
Thanks, Rod. We are certainly proud to have the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association as a part of what we're doing out here today. And now we'd like to take just a little time away from the parade to show you all that Florida has to offer around the country. Enjoy this quick tour of the Sunshine State.
Greg, I see more friends heading our way, friends from Universal Orlando Resort. You know, at Universal, it's 2 amazing theme parks, all in one convenient location. At Universal Orlando Resort, you'll experience the thrills of Universal's Islands of Adventure, or take a starring role in some of the biggest movies and TV shows ever created at Universal Studios.
Enjoy food, live music, and entertainment at Universal City Walk. It's a universe of action, thrills, and excitement for every member of the family. Vacation like you mean it at Universal Orlando Resort.
Our next float is another beautiful creation from the folks at Florida Citrus Sports. A lot of people may think that Florida Citrus Sports is only about football and sporting events, but as we saw earlier in the parade with the FC Sports Foundation float, a big part of their mission is being a very involved community partner.
Absolutely, Jillian. The vision is to embrace the community around Camping World Stadium with an eye on serving the children of this area. The communities of Westlake are a collection of neighborhoods that surround Camping World Stadium.
MVP Families is a group of parents and community partners who gather to support one another in helping their children and all children in the communities of West Lakes succeed academically and in life. MVP Families is a wonderful partnership between families in West Lakes, Florida Citrus Sports, and the West Lakes Partnership and Lift Orlando.
How does it feel to you for the growth and impact of this parade?
I couldn't be more proud for our community. If you think about it, this is the community's parade. I mean, probably 50, 60,000 people on the street. You look at the kids, you look at the charities involved, you look at the schools and the colleges and their fan bases coming down and looking at beautiful Orlando in the middle of December. This is what it's all about. You know, tens of millions of dollars in economic impact, the charitable impact. This is what we built for, and this day is going to be like none other. This is our Super Bowl.
Our Super Bowl indeed, and you're a big part of that, man. I want to thank you and Florida Citrus Sports for letting me be a part of it.
Well, don't go anywhere, folks. The Florida Citrus Parade is coming right back.
We would like to pass along a very special thank you to Connolly Citrus, Heller Brothers, and Leroy Smith as the proud providers of over 100,000 pieces of citrus for today's parade.
A splash of sunshine, a fresh flavor, an exceptional experience. Take a tour of Florida for a taste of world-class hospitality prepared by the more than 10,000 members of the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association. From Southern style to South Beach flair, enjoy 5-star accommodations, thrilling attractions, and unique restaurants across thousands of miles of coastline. We have great Florida events in store exclusively for you. Discover them all at frla.org.
The NFL Pro Bowl is headed to Orlando, where the best meets the next. A week-long celebration culminates with the biggest group of NFL stars in one stadium. It's AFC versus NFC. Don't miss your chance to see the NFL's best compete live on January 29th, the 2017 Pro Bowl. Go to NFL.com/Pro Bowl on sale to get your tickets today.
Welcome back to the Florida Citrus Parade here in Orlando. I'm Greg Warmoth along with the lovely Jillian Young. Happy New Year to you and to you as well.
Thank you. Happy New Year. We are certainly glad to be here at the Florida Citrus Parade, and I bet our next band is really glad to be here enjoying some warmer weather. Well, that's because they are here all the way from Ohio. This is the Pickerington Central Tiger Marching Band from Pickerington, Ohio. And talk about an impressive resume. They have been a finalist in the Ohio Marching Band competition for the past 30 consecutive years.
Yeah, can you say absolutely impressive? The Tiger Marching Band is about 150 members strong, and this is their first appearance in the Florida Citrus Parade. They are under the direction of Nathan Stowe.
Central this time of year. The only city that hosts 2 bowl games within a 4-day period, the Russell Athletic Bowl and the Buffalo Wild Wings Citrus Bowl. Let's go to Rod Z for more info about why teams love coming to Orlando. Rod?
People say that Orlando Bowl Week is the best bowl week in the world, and that's for good reason, because it is. Am I right? Listen, there are so many things to do outside of football. The Russell athletic teams, Miami and West Virginia, spent one of their mornings sharing some cheer at Give Kids the World. This gives the players the opportunity to spend time with children who suffer from life-threatening illnesses. Most of the players say this is their favorite outing of the week. Of course, there are some theme parks where the players get to be kids again. The Miami Hurricane players were certainly enjoying their time at Epcot. And then the ultimate cheer party, the various pep rallies, where each of the teams gathered their faithful fans to get pumped up for the big game. This is just a snapshot of all the fun activities that teams get to experience
when their bowl trip is part of Orlando Bowl Week.
Thanks, Rod. Orlando Bowl Week got underway with the Russell Athletic Bowl Wednesday night as the 16th-ranked West Virginia Mountaineers squared off against the Miami Hurricanes. And it was clear that the fans were ready to rumble. The Mountaineers were the first to get on the board with this 6-yard touchdown gallop, and West Virginia took a 7-0 lead. Miami overcame a slow start by erupting for 21 points in the second quarter, and the Hurricanes never looked back, rolling to a 31-14 win over West Virginia. Miami claiming its first bowl win since 2006.
Well, let's get back to our parade now, because up next is a float from our friends at Florida Hospital, supported by the strength, innovations, and mission of the Florida Hospital system. Florida Hospital for Children is committed to delivering world-class programs, extraordinary patient care, and clinical excellence. Our flagship children's hospital is the heart of a pediatric network that includes primary care pediatricians, specialty clinics, children's emergency departments, and kids' urgent cares.
The float theme focuses on the Walt Disney World Pavilion at Florida Hospital for Children. The Disney Pavilion offers a team of more than 135 highly skilled pediatric specialists who have dedicated their lives to helping children of all ages regain their health and maintain wellness.
This is a very healing atmosphere for kids. All 7 floors of the hospital feature concepts, colors, sounds, and themes inspired by classic Disney movies like The Lion King, The Little Mermaid, and The Jungle Book. Florida Hospital, the skill to heal, the spirit to care. Our final band of the day is coming our way, the Quincy Senior High School Blue Devil Marching Band from Quincy, Illinois. This marks the 4th appearance by the Blue Devils in the Florida Citrus Parade.
The Quincy Band was one of the very first bands back in 1994 to participate in the Disney Magic Music Days, a program started by Disney's Justin Green, who just so happens to be a graduate of Quincy High School. Let's take a listen. Well, this has been an exciting day. Beautiful weather, great bands, lots of fun for the spectators as well, and the floats have been absolutely perfect. And Jillian, you and Rod have made this just an enjoyable day for me as well. Thank you both for that.
It's been our pleasure, and we hope that you've enjoyed watching with us as well. So it's time for us to say so long from Orlando in the Florida Citrus Parade. For Greg Warmoth, Rod C., and I'm Jillian Young. As we leave, we simply wish you all a Happy New Year.